Do you have a personal brand or business? Are you leveraging content to grow your brand? If not, you are completely missing the boat. That is exactly what we're going to talk about on today's episode. What's up, guys? Matt Weik, Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. As you heard on the intro, if you have a business, whether it's a personal brand that, maybe you have your own services, or maybe you own a small business or a large business, regardless, if you aren't leveraging content in today's age, you will lose. Not only in the long run, but you will lose quickly. The reason for this is times are changing. Remember those billboards that everybody spent so much money on? You're driving down the road, people would look at the billboard and it would sell their business, the product, their service. Or think about commercials today on television. Nobody watches them. Nobody looks at billboards. Nobody sticks around and listens to the radio when the commercials are on. Everyone skips to a different station. They change the channel. They fast forward if it's DVR'd or, you're driving by. Nobody even notices those billboards anymore. And if they do, it's just to say, oh, okay, there's a billboard. Nobody really engages with that type of content and copy these days. But when you put content online where your customers are, that's where you're going to get the most conversion and the most sales. Even magazines these days, everyone's just paging through. If they see a page that has an ad or, some type of marketing material on, they just go right by. They want to get to the meat and the potatoes of the magazine. Maybe they're looking at the pictures. Maybe they're looking for a specific piece of content, which is exactly what I'm getting at. If you can create content that resonates and adds value to your consumers, your customers, your clients, you are going to get sales. You're going to grow your traffic organically. Plus, you're going to get on the back end the sales. Now, here's what I mean. It's two parts. One is when you're putting some type of content, whether it's a blog or just an area on your site that you put information that would educate and engage your customers, you are going to get traffic. Now, you might be saying, well, Matt, I don't understand what the big deal is with driving traffic to the website. I mean, we don't sell anything off our website, or, maybe, you don't really like the layout or the content or copy that's actually on your website, which you should be changing that anyways, especially in today's digital age. But the first part of driving the traffic to your website, now, if you sell something on your website, this is an absolute no-brainer. I started my business of Weik Fitness based off of content and copy needs. People love the content and copy that I produce when I was working with a supplement company. That, it's the main reason why I started my own business. Now, hear me out. Let's get back to your website. The reason why, and this is number one, the reason why you want to put content or better copy on your website is because you're going to get SEO. So when people go to Google and they type in how to blah, 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 or, say it's a certain product, maybe it's, whey protein isolate, they type that in, you want to be able to rank. So you want to be able to be searchable so that when people see it, they go, oh, okay, what's this? They click on it because they want to see the content, but it leads them to your website. So not only is that individual going to be on your website reading that content, but that's a great way to try and convert people over to make a purchase. So going back to, let's say, that whey protein isolate, if you are writing all the benefits of why somebody should consider utilizing that form of protein in their nutrition, and then at the end you have a plug, hey, we have one of the highest quality whey protein isolates on the market. It's X amount of servings, great tasting, whatever amount of flavors available. That's your point, that area where you can try to sell them on why while they're at your website to make a purchase. But not only that, but it gets your brand in front of people. So if nobody knew about your brand, or this individual didn't know about your brand, it's a great way to introduce it to them. Oh, cool, I like this content. Who's it by? Oh, it's by, such and such brand. Huh, what else do they have? Then they start going around your site. They check out your products, the About Us page. They look at your social media. Maybe they start engaging with you. Maybe they become part of your community on social media, which further will help grow your business. So in the end, that content is going to bring a ton of awareness, a ton of value, eyeballs to your website, eyeballs to your brand. It's a absolute no-brainer. Point number 2, and that goes back to, what happens with having the eyeballs on your website and your brand. It's going to help convert sales. Obviously, if you want to keep your lights on in your business, you like paying your employees or yourself, you need sales. So in order for that to happen, somebody's going to have to open up their wallet and make a purchase. So having that content on your website to help drive traffic and eyeballs and make awareness to your brand is going to help make sales. Now, I'm not talking about putting content on your website once a month. Twice a month would be the bare minimum that I would recommend. Best thing that you can do, especially when starting out, is either do content every other week, so twice a month, or one new content piece every single week. Now, obviously, that's going to have a small investment, but as mentioned earlier, you're going to build your SEO, you're going to build your awareness, and literally, think of it as your way to market and advertise in today's new age. You're not spending thousands of dollars on one radio commercial. You're not spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on one TV commercial. You're not spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a billboard that you're hoping people see as they're driving by. It could be as few as $100, a couple $100. Maybe max $300. I don't know. It depends who you go with to have your content and copy actually written. Obviously people come to me because they view me as one of the top people in the industry when it comes to content and copy production. And I appreciate those people. Word of mouth is the biggest form of marketing that I have for my business because I haven't spent a penny on marketing my business. And technically that's my fault. I probably should be investing in marketing and advertising, but right now I'm not. Word of mouth is, keeping my pipeline full. And I fully appreciate that. And I love the people who go out there and recommend me to their friends, maybe their family, heck, maybe even their competitors. But at the end of the day, if you're not leveraging the content, it can be video, it can be audio, it can be written. I don't care what form. But if you're not leveraging and utilizing content, you're wrong. I don't care what your CMO is saying. I don't care what your staff is saying. I don't care what anyone in your company is saying on what you should do and spend your money to get eyeballs on your brand. Content these days is king. You need it because if you're not utilizing it, your competitors are. So look at your sales. If you're doing extremely well, I can guarantee there's some form of content usage within your own business. Maybe it's on social media that you're engaging, you have the right copy that you're using for your social pushes and your social posts. Maybe it's engaging on social media. You're putting content out there, you're getting people to engage with it, you're responding, and you're building that community. But again, it's all off of content. Social media these days is one of the biggest drivers of eyeballs and attention and brand awareness. And you know what? It's free. So if you have somebody who can just make posts or put pictures up on your social media to engage people, if you have a following of hundreds or thousands or millions of people, you don't have to spend money on all this advertising. You have free platforms that you can use that, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, maybe you're doing Snapchat. I mean, some people use Snapchat and it works. Some people don't. If you're a B2B business, LinkedIn is going to be your best bet. If you're a B2C and you're going direct to consumer, then depending on what you sell, Facebook and Instagram are going to be your jam. That's where you need to spend your time. That's where you need to hire people. But content is going to be the driver and the main way to get awareness and engagement with your brand. We're at the end of 2018 as of recording this. You should be looking at your 2019 strategy right now, and you need to make sure that content is in that strategy. And if not, you need to sit down, you need to have a meeting, and you need to talk it through. How can we put some money into content and copywriting? And then build off of that. If you need help building out a content strategy or a content calendar, let me know. This is what I do. It's my wheelhouse. It's my passion. It's what I do all day, every day. I'm more than willing to sit down and help you with this. But content is what you need to be focusing on. If you have any questions, now some of you, this podcast might not have helped you at all because you don't have a personal brand, you don't have a business. But hopefully you know someone who you can say, hey, I listened to this. Matt brings up good points. Maybe you should consider that. Or maybe you're thinking about starting a business and, I can help you. But regardless, content is the direction that the industry of business across the board is going. So leverage it to your, umpteenth, advantage and roll with it. That's all I got for this week. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If I can answer any questions, let me know on social media at Weik Fitness. You can always email me by going to the website, clicking contact. You can send me a direct email. But I hope you guys got something from this. I hope you guys are well. Until next week, take care.